Hey guys, welcome back to the I Can Explain That podcast, the podcast where we go through each other's internet search histories to see how terrible we really are. This week we talk about the first black comic book characters, Meteor Man, who Ava DuVernay is gonna marry, and Gay Jesus. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the I Can Explain That podcast.
I was trying to place what that was and I couldn't.
That was Batman.
That was Batman.
That was my thought process. That was Batman.
Batman like da 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 da.
Ah, that's what I wanted to. All right, let's start it over without starting it over.
Okay.
Right, I had to process it in my head so I could say it. I was like,
you were doing the final countdown, I think.
Oh, I was.
It's the final countdown.
That's not Batman?
No.
Welcome to the I Can Explain That podcast, the only podcast where we go through each other's search histories to figure out just how fucked up we are as people. And I'm one of the co-hosts, Chris Bazemore, and to my left,
Chris Reiter.
AKA Save My Ass. Because I really thought that was Batman.
No.
That wasn't a Batman movie.
Maybe. I don't want to say it wasn't. I haven't seen Batman Forever in a long time. Maybe that was in there.
Could have been.
Could have been. Those are the bad ones.
Batman
Forever and Batman and Robin? Pretty bad.
Remember when they was climbing up the wall, but they really just turned the camera aside?
That was from the one we were doing.
Yeah, that's George Romero and shit, right?
Yeah, he was
not
Joker.
Romero, fucking Joker. Well, I forget his name. Romeo Romero, some
Romero, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, something like that. But George Romero, I feel like made zombie movies, not the same guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Not the same guy.
Him and Tarantino did like the double feature.
Yeah. Well, I know what you're thinking. Why did you want to start with that?
No, I guess why Batman?
Why Batman? You wonder. So, on the deep dive / the wormhole that I went on, this week, I want to know about black people.
Okay.
But not just any black people. Black people in comic books.
Okay.
I want to know how it started. Like, because in media, our portrayal was always kind of racist.
Yeah.
And then, at some point, it changed, right? And then it was like, alright, them niggas can read. Like, have them read a little bit. So I wanted to see if it was the same thing in comic books or if they've always been like, I get like if it followed the same trends as Hollywood or whatever. And yeah.
Okay.
So I just wanted to read it, a couple things. So one of the first things was a comic strip, right? It was in 1934.
Probably super cool, super progressive.
There's this dude named Lothar, right? And the comic strip name was Mandrake the Magician, right? And it featured an African supporting character named Lothar. And he was a former prince of the Seven Nations, a federation of jungle tribes, but passed on the chance to be king and instead followed Mandrake on his world travels fighting crime.
So he's Tonto.
Exactly. Who passes on being the king?
The king to be someone's sidekick.
Of Seven Nations,
yeah.
Too. Like, and then just think about the racial shit. The jungle tribes? Is that what they thought Africa was? Just a big jungle and then pyramids.
Yeah. They got a river, some shit, I don't know.
A lot of black people, a river, pyramids, jungle shit. And that's how it just goes up. So that was one of the first, right? And that was an African dude.
Now, how do they depict him, though? Do they depict him like they did like people in Beast of No Nation?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He was exotically garbed in animal skins. And he was like the muscle to Mandrake.
A would-be king.
A would-be king follows a magician. Now listen, I'm only saying this because, you know, when you want to get into the like entertainment business and stuff, and you tell your conservative Christian black mama, like, hey, I want to get into that And she just thinks that, life is about, get a job. You go to college, you get a job, blah, blah, blah. And you go like, no, I want to be a comedian. She looks at you and goes, nigga, what? I want to tell her I could be Lothar and just follow a magician around. Like, what kind of fucking monster, what kind of person throws away all their...
A kingdom, 7 nations, or something.
A jungle tribe. The earliest black character, though, to appear in their own American comic strip was Poor Little Moose.
What?
You try to say it. Right there.
Poor Little Mose.
It's too many apostrophes.
It's like 6 apostrophes.
So I didn't know if that was like supposed to be French.
He's American. It's a French name. Pierre Leon.
That's why I thought the apostrophes meant French. Like, if you put apostrophe somewhere, it's automatically French sounding. And this was in 1900.
Ooh. That couldn't have been cool at all.
No, probably not. He probably was just hanging for like 10 pages.
Yeah.
It's literally, this is perfect. This kind of trip. But anywho, Bobby Make-Believe, the African American housemaid, Rachel made her debut, and she got introduced later, right? This is someone different. They don't really get into talking about pure Les Mis, right? They talk about this chick named Rachel.
I think it's, if you phonetically, it'd be Poor Little Mose.
Yeah.
But it's Po Little Mose.
Po Little
Mose.
Oh, poor Mose. He po and little.
Yeah.
That's a horrible life. But the first mammy kind of thing was Rachel.
Okay. At least it's just a conventional name.
She could have been Mamie.
She could have been, right.
and that was around, if I'm not mistaken, around similar time. Now, first black sidekick was in Joe and Asbestos.
Joe and Asbestos. That is the name. It is definitely Joe and Asbestos.
And that was the first one to feature like a black sidekick.
Who was Asbestos?
Nah, he was Joe. No, of course he was Asbestos.
Damn.
I don't even know why he wanted that name.
I don't know.
Because I imagine as a sidekick, right? Like he had to go to Joe. Joe had to see his worth and be like, "Hey man, what's your name? What should we call you? You're gonna help us out." And he's like,
"Call me Anthrax." Huh?
A couple years from now, you'll know. Watch. 80 years from now, it's gonna change everything. Mel would never be the same. He was a future thinker.
There he is.
And listen, I went through all these shits, and they made me so sad. So, because the way that they portrayed them, right? And this, right? Some of the earlier graphic art of various kinds were often depicted black characters in stylized fashion, emphasizing certain physical features to form a recognizable racial caricature of black faces.
Basically, minstrel shows.
Exactly.
Minstrel
Which
shows.
means these niggas was drawn. That's worse.
Yeah.
Because you drew that shit.
Yeah. That was no kit, no computer. That was your hand and a pencil.
And that mean you had to do drafts. These lips ain't quite big enough.
Nah, make them bigger.
I need a redder. So, niggas had black faces in drawings. Which means you gotta draw a black face and then behind it draw a lighter face so we know that it's a black face.
That bitch.
Ain't that a bitch? Here's some other shit. These features often included long, unkept hair.
Yep.
Broad noses.
Mm-hmm.
Enormous. They use the word
Eyes.
enormous. No. Red tinted lips. Dark skin. And ragged clothing, remnants of those worn by African American slaves.
So when did comics get cool? And then someone snapped a finger and we got Black Panther.
Basically.
Racism.
So they
solved.
used to have this thing called All Negro Comics in 47.
Nuh-uh.
100%. I want one so bad. Just
This is the comic. These niggas are just shucking corn and I even fighting crying. These little kids just getting chased and whooped.
that's fucked up.
They're just doing chores.
They are getting chased. Why is it an Indian chasing them too?
I don't even know.
You don't see
Must be West Indian.
Nah, that nigga look. He got a bow. I mean, he got.
He does. This dude got a bow in his ass.
All Negro comics has to be the funniest thing. And guess how much they cost? 15 cents. So, All Negro Comics was a part of the thing. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh, but it's All Negro Comics, man. Just the name, because,
Yeah.
I mean, now, just because of how we use words and the things we use, it'd be the All Nigga Comics. So, for All Negro, right? And it was first published out of Philly. So, Philly, you got another one. You know what I mean? Repping. I give them that. Who got the Negro Leagues? Is that us? Is that New York? Or is that Southern?
I don't know.
I wonder. I'm gonna look that up because I feel like it may have came out of Philly. They just did everything Negro.
I feel like it's gonna be something unconventional. It might just be like Cleveland or some shit.
It might be. You ready? In 1885, the Cuban Giants formed the first black
Oh shit!
Cuban Giants. And the first league was called the National Colored Baseball League.
Did not see that coming.
And it failed 2 years later after low attendance. Because they kept hanging niggas. And, oh, I hate this. The last professional club, the Indianapolis Clowns.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't get shit. We don't get shit. But the Negro League, this is so sad. And you digging up your nose. I don't like
I was
it.
actually pulling nose hair. One kept tickling my lip.
I'm
I'm old, man. I got hair coming out of everything now.
Do you really? Are you at that point?
Ear hair, nose hair.
You made my nose
bottom
itch.
lip.
Ugh. It does. I can't find it, and I don't want to go too far off. But I will find that shit. But anywho, in the 40s, DC and Marvel, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only black character to appear in Timely Comics, which was a predecessor to Marvel, was literally named Whitewash.
The fuck?
And looked like a young white boy in blackface rather than an actual African American.
God damn.
It was rough, right? So, also, Atlas, they had Waku, Prince of Bantu. He was the first known mainstream comic book feature with a black star. And you know what he was a part of? Jungle Tales.
Golly.
I know what you're waiting for. That's why I'm holding you up.
I just feel like, why it take so long to do something that wasn't so basically hacky? They're like, we know one thing about black people, and it's Africa. No, there's nothing else cool we can write about. When did John Henry? When did that story come along? Is that a comic? That's a fable.
That's more like a fable.
Yeah,
or
shit.
folklore.
There you go.
So, that's true though. Two early westernized, non-stereotype African American characters in comic books was World War II soldier Jackie Johnson, who integrated the squad East Company. When introduced as the title character of the story, Eyes for a Blind Gunner. I think the nigga was blind. So even when
we win and we lose it.
Nick can't see. Why they got him out there? 100% he shot white people.
Yeah, of course.
He did it on purpose.
Yeah, that's a lot of friendly fire.
On purpose, man. I was playing Modern Warfare yesterday at like this weird house party thing, and no, not COVID regulated at all. But while I was there, I noticed I shot at my people a lot. And I was like, I don't think I'm built.
This was Jackie Johnson.
Yeah. I should have said that. But no one would have got it. So, and that was DC Comics. And that was in 61.
That's such a low bar.
And then,
Like,
Marvel Comics.
Superman is a Superman. Batman's a billionaire.
You got my nigga Marvel.
Isn't the Flash a lawyer or some shit? There's like,
Yeah.
I will go black people one. Let's just make him just a regular soldier guy
Who's
who can't
blind.
can't see.
Well, you got Waku, who was in Jungle Tales.
Over.
Then you got my man Whitewash. His name was Whitewash. But this is the shit we was just talking about. His name was Whitewash, and he looked like a young white boy in blackface, which means they
just drew blackface.
What kind of monsters would do such a thing? So, you got my man. In Marvel Comics, they had their first African American supporting character was a World War II soldier named Gabe Jones, who integrated.
So Jackie Johnson and Gabe Jones.
who integrated the squad. They always integrated.
Was he deaf?
Yeah. He didn't have arms.
He shot with his feet.
That's why he was great. And it was Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos, and that was in May '63, which means they kind of stole it from DC.
Yeah.
Right, and the character African American scientist Bill Foster, he appeared in the Avengers number 32, September '66. So, and then in '67, Amazing Spider-Man had like an editor of a major newspaper, and his son in '68 was Hobby Brown, also known as the Prowler.
Okay, here we go.
Which
What's the Prowler do?
prowls.
Okay.
feel like it's a weird way, it's a rape in your window in there, and I don't like it. You know, Hobby.
So he's a pervert.
The night of the Prowler. I don't want to go out there. Nigga wearing a hoodie. I don't like it. And he's evil. He's trying to kill Spider-Man. So they made him a fucking villain. Even when we move forward.
One step forward, 2 steps back.
Now, as you may or may not know, the first black superhero in mainstream American comic books was
Green Lantern.
Black Panther.
Static Shock.
Was Hobby Brown. or my man Waku in Jungle Tales.
Yeah. Waku.
He needs, I want someone to fuck up Whitewash. I want Black Panther to find Whitewash.
You know how to time jump now. We saw it in Avengers Endgame. Go
Exactly.
fuck up Whitewash.
Dude, call my man Doctor Strange, create a little portal, go back there,
Fuck him up.
and then come back.
There you go.
Scratch the shit out of him. And he appeared in 1966, July, in Fantastic Four, number 52.
Black Panther's first appearance was in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, you know his first name might be the most racist shit I've ever heard in my life. It just seems weird because what it becomes and what this was, you could see where it. Watch, okay. So Jack Kirby, who is like, if you don't know, if you're not into comics, that's basically Stan Lee's like right hand man. That's the guy who drew a lot of his earlier comics, and he's a part of creating a lot of like the Iron Mans and shit, and the images and stuff for that was Jack Kirby. He was like that. He's the Pippin.
Sure. Okay.
Right? Very important, but he conceived this character, Jack Kirby. Right? So salute to him for that.
Okay.
And the name was originally Cole Tiger. Cole as in Cole. C-O-A-L.
They worked him down from Cole Pimp Hand type.
So
Cole Pimp Hand Strong Tiger.
and then this was followed by the Falcon. And then then it followed. This one is the greatest one. This is the greatest one. So I didn't even read this one. Following Jack Kirby's Black Racer. Which was, I know what you're wondering, what the fuck is Black Racer,
Yeah.
son? He's a paralyzed Vietnam.
Jesus Christ.
He's a paralyzed Vietnam War veteran who became the avatar of death. So, take what we can get, I guess, is unfortunate.
When did T'Challa get his own series?
I think he started to spin off like in the 80s, if I'm not
The
mistaken.
80s, damn.
Yeah, because he might have been in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken, but he was like a part of the Fantastic Four's world initially,
Okay.
and like
And
they
is
had
that
went to.
separate from. So I understand. I know for sure. There's two different Marvel universes, right? There's the
Yes.
X-Men universe and the Iron Man universe. But where does the Fantastic Four fall in? Are they in their own third one?
I would imagine them to be in like the Avengers,
Okay.
right? But they just in a different place, I guess, because they were traveling to Wakanda for like vibranium, if I'm not mistaken. That was the whole purpose, and that's why they met T'Challa, Cold Tiger.
Go.
And
I
like,
said Cole.
I'm be honest.
You stupid.
I'm be honest. IGNs.
No.
They do like a lot of like lists and shit. And this list, they did the top 100 comic book heroes, and Black Panther was only ranked 51st. Whitewash was one.
So who was the first Black American, African American?
I think
Would that be Static Shock?
No, that was, if I'm not mistaken.
Superhero.
And I'm going off.
Static Shock.
And I'm going off of my thoughts. I could be wrong, but I believe that was Falcon,
Okay.
which was like a African American war hero as well.
Who is the dude? Who's Anthony Mackie in Avengers?
Falcon.
Okay.
So, literally the only two black people. I wonder what his first name was. Pigeon. That's fucked up. But, yeah, that's what it is. So, I hope you've learned that we get treated like shit in every media.
Even in the fake universe.
When niggas got powers. We can't even defeat racism and fucking, oh man. It's, when I went down that wormhole initially, right? It literally started with like, I wonder. I know it had to start off racist, but I thought we would get Cold Tiger and fucking Waku and all that shit. Like in the 30s, 20s, 10s, shit like that. Where they was still like openly hanging niggas and then going to work. Like
During the lunch hour.
Yeah, exactly. And getting like, they get a little late, they're like, oh, you know you're a little late, you come, what the fuck? We was hanging a nigga.
Right.
They'd be like,
oh, that's fine.
next time invite me, man. I'm docking your pay because I wasn't invited. So, it's fucked up. How do you feel about our history, man?
Well, never been a comic book fan.
Really?
And like I think I
got into it late.
I saw the Avengers. I've seen. I saw the last two. I saw Black Panther. That's the only one I've ever seen in theaters. Besides the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. And I don't count the Dark Knight ones. Christopher Nolan's Dark Knights were so good and unique.
They were like just a movie that had super.
And I only saw the two Dark Knights. I didn't see Batman Begins. Because at that point I was still very disappointed by the Batman
Meteor
that
Man?
were very I love Meteor Man. I fucking love Meteor.
Do
you
you
think
really?
about that? I think it was Faison. Who's Fat Faison? Faison Love?
Yeah.
He was talking about that movie's cast is actually kind of crazy.
Really?
Robert Townsend,
Great.
Eddie Griffin,
Great.
James Earl Jones,
Great.
Don Cheadle,
Great.
Asterisk, Bill Cosby. Here,
He is a great.
I mean, just listen to those names. Let me just pull up.
Now that's
off top of my head. I
that's
haven't
a
seen the movie
5.
in 2 decades.
That's a 5 bet. Like that's a good start 5.
Really? Yeah.
That's Robert.
And
Townsend.
I'm not
Underrated.
what's his name? Faison Lutz said that Bill Cosby acted in that movie for free to help out. What's his
I
face?
can't see him needing the money.
Oh, Marla Gibbs.
Marla Gibbs.
Robert William, Rafiki /
Yeah,
Benson,
yeah.
Sinbad, Big Daddy Kane's in it, Luther Vandross, Tom
Skinny or
Lister.
fat?
I think I'm gonna say fat.
So this is never too much.
Tom Tiny Lister Jr., aka Debo. John Witherspoon. LaWanda Page, fucking Esther from Sanford and
I was about to
Son.
say, Jesus Christ.
I mean, Jennifer Lewis, Biz Marquis.
They literally grabbed everyone.
Yeah.
They didn't even have a casting call. They just literally text everyone in their contacts.
Right.
Who was
It's a fire ass cast.
That might be one of the most impactful casts.
Yeah, that's
in
a
black
lot.
movie.
That's a lot.
You know what's crazy? That movie gets flack, right? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just basing if you're going cast versus cast, I think that might be one of the better casted movies.
I mean, this cast is stacked.
You know, I was just watching Hotel Rwanda. Don Cheadle, man. I was watching it and I wanted to know why he didn't win. Right?
Rwanda, what year was that?
04. So I went through everything, my nigga.
04.
I got you. I already got you,
Okay.
son. You got Clint Eastwood. I think he was in $1 Million Baby.
Okay.
That was a good movie. So I give you, all right. Then you got my man, this nigga who was an Aviator. Leo. Right? I'm like, all right, but not better than Don Cheadle. And there was another one I can't remember. And then the one who won, I was so mad because it's like you can't argue it. Jamie Foxx and Ray.
Okay.
I was like, why couldn't they space these movies
That's
out?
a tough one. That's like the movie with the tall kid, the Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Amazing movie. Should have won all the awards that year, but it came out the same year as Forrest Gump.
It's just a weird, like, honestly, it's kind of like I would hit up other producers if I was in it, like when you.
Yo, you got something real good on the board because I'm about to drop this shit. I don't want to lose.
Yeah, I kind of really want my money back. So, is it about that time?
It's about that time.
Okay. So I would like to take yours.
Oh, okay, that was quick.
Just gonna go and take that as mine stays locked.
Sure, go ahead. I know scary.
Meteor Man, which was just looked at now. But it's just weird to ever see someone look that up.
Right.
Like if I was to find that in anyone else's, I'd be like,
What is why? Why would you Google that?
but someone's curious. Today, at 4 o'clock,
Oh well, yeah.
you know where it's going.
I think I know
Right?
what it is.
Someone said, Ava DuVernay, husband?
And you know, I'm tired of playing this cat and mouse game with Ava DuVernay. I think we just need
Who's
to.
DuVernay name?
It's about to be her name. About to be Ava Reiter. We just need to quit the charade and get married.
She's clearly a Bazemore.
No.
Ava Bazemore sounds much better than Ava Reiter.
I mean, I'm gonna go Chris. I'm gonna change my name. So,
Chris DuVernay.
what are you bringing to the table?
I got a camera.
Nigga, she got all the cameras. She directed Selma.
Yeah, she directed someone slapping Oprah. That's the most gangster shit. I need you to slap her right now. Like, who says that to a millionaire? Can you imagine ever doing? I'm gonna need you to walk up to Bill Gates right now and slap the
Punch the
shit.
shit out.
And you know it didn't happen the first time because
Right.
they held back. He was like, "That's Oprah." It was like the third or fourth one. He was like, "No, I'm tired of this shit." And smacked the shit out of Oprah. That's ever since then. Oprah hasn't been fucking with black men. I'm gonna come clean. It was that moment.
Stedman on the rocks.
Stedman was like, "You better learn, bitch. I ain't Harpo."
Oh, Beta. That's one of my favorite movies. It's like one of my movies that is only like it is not terribly fun movie, but it's most of my top 5 is like comedy, action comedy.
Yeah.
That's the only one in there that's like kind of a bummer.
Color Purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not an action comedy at all.
It ends well. It ends on a high note.
Yeah, but look what it took to get to that.
It took
high
a
note.
while. It took a lot of
Took a
Danny
lot.
Glover being a dick.
Yeah,
Oprah getting her face bashed in. It was a pretty rough movie.
Whatever happened to the guy who hit Oprah?
I don't know.
He can't. But I can tell you, I don't know. It's so much. Who the hell is Chartrice?
Oh my God. We gotta take you back to we gotta get
You
back
spelled
to-
something.
Oh,
terrible.
that's because I got my thumbs. I was trying to. Okay, I can explain. This is last night. I was trying to explain to two people the game.
And you spelled. Well, you spelled.
One, I was trying to spell Charlize Theron.
Yeah, you spelled some other shit.
I was trying to
You put a
explain
K in it.
explain to
It's a
someone
random apostrophe somewhere.
the game 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Because that's where I was going next. 'Cause I was like, what the fuck?
Well, because I was trying to explain the game.
Kind of homoerotic.
I was
shit
with 2
you doing.
people. I was explaining the game to one person, and the other person told me I was wrong. He told me that the game 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon is a game where you're supposed to be able to separate yourself 6 steps from Kevin Bacon, and I was like, no, that's crazy. That's 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, no, that's
Where basically you can tie yourself to any person on Earth, blah 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 blah. 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon is a similar game, but it's supposed to be like for movie buffs, where you can tie any actor to Kevin Bacon, right?
That's
6 degrees
fair.
separation will be like me and Donald Trump. I know Osama Sadiq, who knows Terry Crews. I don't know who knows Chuck Norris, who knows Donald Trump. That's separation. 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon would be Charlize Theron was in this movie with this guy, who was in this movie with this guy, who was in Rest in Peace Department with Kevin Bacon. That's all that was. And I just spelled her name terribly wrong. You know she's African? Born in Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah.
And then you looked up, and this is scary. You're definitely on the watch list.
Oh, goodness.
Because you put Manhattan Police Station, then you said Manhattan Police Headquarters. You wanted to go straight to
No. We had where we were in this place on Pier 25, a nice ship restaurant that's like a real ship that's docked, and we had a beautiful view of a building in the back and a big grand looking steeple. I thought it was police headquarters. It ended up it was City Hall. That's all it was. That's all it was. You Googled whippets.
Yeah, man. I didn't know what the fuck that was. So white people think. I hate to put it on.
Yeah, I've never.
It's fucking. It's not. It's fucking nitrous oxidized or whatever, and you're shooting this shit in like a whipped cream thing, and you're shooting yourself with like an air cannon, and it's a 1 minute high.
It must be a dynamite high. Also, it must be a cheap high.
Yeah, very cheap.
Yeah.
I was thinking of selling it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, how much that cost? Because I was like, the buy into that is much easier than like Coke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, how much would that be to sell it? And he was like, everybody just usually gets it on their own. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Gay Jesus.
Mom, I'm sorry. Okay, jeez. It was, alright. Look, can I see what I looked up before that?
You looked up a lot.
But I know, you're going through my shit very quickly.
Well, yeah.
I'm like,
There is a lot of things in there. I just saw something about a sex doll, and I'm not joking.
so Gay Jesus is, it was a petition to ban. Alright, so here's my degrees of separation. Here's how I get to Gay Jesus, right? So I put in comedy show ban in New York City because I heard rumors and rumblings that outdoor comedy shows are now going to be banned. So even if you're in the backyard or whatever, that's about to be banned. That's about to be done. So I was trying to figure that out, and when I clicked it, it led me to this article about a petition to ban Netflix's Gay Jesus comedy. And then I just typed in, what's Gay Jesus? Because I was curious. And yeah, that nigga didn't like that.
Okay. I have also heard about the rumor that they're gonna, and the only thing I've actually heard is basically comics seeing the new ordinance that restaurants can't do comedy shows.
Yeah.
And basically conflating that with no outdoor comedy. As
Gotcha.
far as I know, rooftop, diner parking lots, parks over there, that's still going.
But backyards and restaurants.
Basically,
Because
restaurants is a no-go.
Oh.
But when they lumped us in with belly dancers like it was the same damn thing. That I didn't get. Why are you Googling Dylan Roof?
I don't know if that nigga was still alive.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I believe Nas says in Cop Shop the Kid, white kids get brought in alive, black kids get hit with like 5. So of course he's still. So I bet the Aurora fucking Joker kid's still alive. They're all alive.
Yeah.
I mean,
I see what you're watching.
Can a woman be topless in New York City, Chris?
Yes, they can.
Actually, the show I was at Sunday in Queens, there were people, men and women, who were being painted.
Monet woman?
Men and women, sorry.
Oh.
Who were being
Like, what the hell is a
had
Monet
their
woman?
naked bodies being painted.
Oh, that's awesome.
It wasn't because like when you're that close, you can still see everything.
Did you see Areola?
I saw Ariel, but I also saw balls. I want to see balls.
Don't focus on the negative, sir.
Well, it's just balls
You're
are
going
gross.
back so far, man.
What you want me to do?
Yes.
Someone who is in love with their sex doll.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's
You
yours.
You keep going. The
No,
other way.
no. You want me to stop?
I did.
On Saturday. Thought it was Sunday. I thought it was on Lord's Day. On Lord's Day, you go Dylan Roof.
Because I needed the strength from the Lord to not kill that man.
Where you want to know the people who fall in love with their sex dolls? Or if
I heard a story about someone who found love.
you heard a story.
About someone, and I wanted to know that story. So then I clicked it, and it's an article about a people who fell in love with a sex doll. It says, me and my sex doll, the men who are in love with astonishing, realistic.
Multiple.
Yeah. No, this is a real thing. This is a lifestyle.
Oh, it's just about white. I mean, right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna wait.
I'm just scrolling through these white dudes and their sex dolls.
How they look? Because I don't remember.
Like sex dolls. Like, they're not terribly realistic.
No, probably not. But they probably feel like rubber.
Sure. Oh, wow. This is the Daily Mail, the British publication, and they don't censor as hard over in Europe and the UK, because this picture is just this dude in his briefs.
Oh.
They're embracing,
Oh.
but of course, like,
He had to fold her arms around. He had to make her hug him.
oh, there's a woman
Really?
who's in love with her, and now her sex doll actually looks real, kind of.
What? I'm gonna tell you what I don't like about this right now.
That her sex doll's a paraplegic. It's in a wheelchair.
Her sex doll's in a wheelchair. Look at that shit. Her sex doll's in a wheelchair. Who? I think she just wanted to.
She got that one special
that's her
order.
daughter or something. Open this goddamn thing. I saw
Oh,
something.
sorry.
Oh, it's Face ID. Fat face. Bow. Got it.
It's called fat face.
That's Fat Face ID. Is that not what it's called? So here's the thing. I'm gonna need you to put this down.
Sorry.
Because I need your attention.
Pretty graphic pictures in there. The one, if you look at that one, like her face has been chipped.
He gets it in.
He gets it in. He broke rubber.
This bitch wearing she got a wig.
Hell, a stocking cap.
Why they got stocking caps on? And they hang really not sexy like.
Yeah, no.
And I don't. Now when I move to a nice environment in a house, and if I ever see someone get those crates,
Yeah, you know what's in there.
it's either a sex doll or a missile.
Yeah.
Some shit. So anywho, you said Google. Google was like, "Grr." No, your Google was whitewashed. So
Like, yes, sir?
and then you said, and you typed the shit 3 times, so you was really,
Shit.
and this was in the morning on Wednesday. He was like, I really gotta know, what do colorblind people see?
I can explain that.
I can tell you what they don't see.
Like, if you don't color, you're wrong. There's like several. Okay, so one, I was watching New Girl, fantastic show.
Grow up.
Winston Bishop, Winnie the Bish, the best character on the show, is found out to be colorblind at the beginning of season 3. So I wanted to see what they see. And if you Google it, there's several different sort of patterns, types of colorblindness. Some of them do just see like sort of mono, everything is gray, but some of them just see where we see.
But how do
like
they know if everything is gray if they never seen colors?
They don't.
So you don't know shit.
Right. Well, in the show, they ask, Winston's like, I love these shoes, I'll take these shoes. They're my favorite brown shoes. And they pan down and they're green as shit. And he goes, these are brown. He goes, they're as brown as money. And they're like, you get all of that wrong. So that's, I guess you have to have a sort of,
That's weird.
you have to basically make a claim and then someone's got to shoot it down for you to be like, oh, you can't see color.
That's the true definition of not seeing color. Right there.
Right there, Tommy Warren.
And then you said,
Oh shit, I'm still not.
you was like, yeah, look at the crates. You typed in on Tuesday, 5:11 p.m. You wanted to know, President of Tanzania, COVID? Did the President of Tanzania get COVID? And how does that even come across?
Well, you know, when you got relatives and people back in Missouri, you see a lot of memes posted on Facebook as if
African
they're fact.
men with COVID?
So basically, and this actually happened, but it's not conclusive if a result came. Basically, the rumor is the president of Tunisia
Tanzania.
He took samples of a fruit, and something like an animal and something else. Basically, he took 3 non-human samples, sent them in as air quotes COVID-19 nasal tests, and apparently all the test results came back positive. Basically, as his statement of going, see, this is all bullshit. I sent in 3 not even human samples, and they came back positive. Granted, no one actually knows how the test results came back. But that was being posted on Facebook as if this, which that part did happen apparently. He did do the thing where he sent in bullshit specimens. But whether they came back positive or not, no one knows.
Well, they're not going to say it now.
Right.
It's not, the block is hot. But also, you look on the keeping the trend of Africa, you looked up Joni Ernest Ebola.
Is that what I typed? Let me see.
I wouldn't make that up.
I don't know who Joni. I mean, I got a jog on memory.
I'll click it for you.
Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, thank you. Joni Ernst is a fucking senator or a congresswoman who recently, and when I say recently, I mean this quarter, went on record on CNN and said Obama failed the country on Ebola, but Donald Trump has stepped to the plate on Corona. And that's real. That is real shit.
Oh my God!
I know. I mean, do you remember how many people died of Ebola in America? Was it like 2?
I was about to say 10 the most.
Yeah.
Failed us, black man.
I mean, even what was it? What was my freshman year? Swine flu, bird flu. One of them. That was 12,000 people.
That's why you can't eat pork.
60 million infected, 12,000 deaths.
Yeah. This is madness.
Well, Trump stepped up to the plate. Fucking Joni.
So, I think it's that time for private mode.
Oh, that was kind of funky.
Yeah.
Private mode.
And on this, right, as I did last week, I saw something and I deep dived it.
Okay.
Right? And what I saw was there's racist porns.
What?
Racist porns. I want you to just read the titles. Don't click them yet. Just read some of those titles. Matter of fact, read all those titles.
Racist bitch submits to her superior black man.
Okay.
KKK Klan member's wife wanted to taste a nigga's nut juice. Racist sex between a couple as bulk guy pleasing his white... The title's too long. Pleasing his white girlfriend by fucking her hard. Parentheses new. Racist ass white bitch. Racist chick goes black. White girl said no to nigga dick.
So I saw this trend and I was like, who the fuck wants to experience oppression with their dick in their head? Like,
I don't know.
What kind of fucking monsters? And we're gonna figure this out. And I'm gonna read the comments of.
I would imagine the comments are wild.
White girl said no nigga dick, right? Which means that's rape.
Sounds like she didn't consent.
Yeah.
I don't like this one.
And on this, Ass Lover 09, he said this nigga sold the whole race out for this mediocre white chick.
You fucking up.
Then Creamy 81 said, I need me some nigga dick.
Oh God.
And then Low Dropper 187 said, this racist shit always gets me off. I love when white whores say racist shit. Have you, someone who's dated white women, have you ever experienced racism?
From the woman I'm fucking?
Yeah.
During fucking?
Yeah.
No.
Outside of fucking?
I have heard some problematic things during the course of the relationship. But I could set that straight. It's like a discussion. But I've never heard like.
Well, she's like Dylan Roof.
Right. Exactly.
He'd be like, bitch.
Like I love my favorite comic book character, Whitewash. Hands down the best DC character ever. Never during coitus.
All right.
And I got a short list of just women in general I've laid with.
And these nuts 71 said nigga dick and cracker coochie were made for each other.
Cracker coochie, that's pretty good. That's a solid tag.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to racist chick. She's wearing the Dixie flag, actually. And the little thumbnail.
Yep.
So I can't imagine. Can only imagine. Read the first one, please. I'm not reading that one.
Goodness Christ.
I'm not reading that one.
Okay. Again, this is racist chick goes black. And first comment is rape the racism out of us. Us. It says us.
What the fuck is
And
that?
then Young Flyboy 7 said, I'll fuck the racist out of all y'all white asses.
I like him.
Wowza.
He said that. How many people didn't like it? No, someone underneath it, hungry for black dick, said, well said.
Well said.
Good thinking. We sure will. In our give us few more years, 95% of all white women will have black babies with well-wrecked holes.
Well-wrecked holes. That is aggressive.
And then Sweet D Will says,
Sweet dick with it.
he says, should make it a law that all sexy white women must have tried black dick before turning 32 at least 4 times.
Those such unique parameters. He's looked at the age of 32 and at least 4 times.
And then someone put, and I'm out, I'm gonna go to another one. Someone put, Mrs. Mexi goes, her dad out there somewhere, heartbroken. They put that black deep inside her. One sad father is nothing compared to thousands, maybe millions of happy dudes out there busting the nut over his door.
Right, okay, there you go. That's a philosophical question there.
Yeah.
Do you sacrifice one for the good of the whole?
Now I'm gonna go to the one that says
The
KKK. This one is
KKK Klansman, I believe.
yeah. KKK Klan's member's wife wanted to taste a nigga's nut juice, and the name of this brother, because he wrote this. He was like, I need a name. His name is Toe Wiggling in Shoes. Am I lying?
Yeah, and it's not even clever like where it's all one name. He spelled out toe space
Capital?
wiggle. Yeah, it's a whole. That's a proper noun.
And I don't want to read all this because I can't imagine this to be good, but I'll read some of it. I'm glad to see that he wore her
he put
mouth pussy out. What's a mouth pussy?
Mussy.
Contrary to popular belief that white racist women won't suck and fuck a black man's dick is totally inherent and a complete falsehood. Most of those white women are not satisfied, it's a lot of caps in this, with their white man in a variety of aspects, so that white women play the games until such time as a discrete moment appears, and if the risk is not too fatal.
Fatal? You fucking prisoners?
White women will completely become a slave to that nigga and his fantastic dick. Then he goes, that's a fact.
He sounded off on his own thing.
And someone put under M. Shizzle said nothing Klan about this dumb title.
I don't see a hood or nothing. What tells me she's a Klansman's wife?
Then someone throat jabber. He goes past. He goes past that whore. I got a wad of nigga juice to shoot between her nose. What the fuck is happening? This is madness. So why? Like, it's bad enough. I heard a joke by a dude. Like, some of the titles be racist without being racist, because it'd be like, it'd be like Tommy Pistol and such white girl, and then for black people it'd be like such and such white girl versus black. It's like, what the fuck? They fighting? Like, what kind of shit? But like, why this kind of racism. I don't get it. And I can't fuck to that. I can't get off to that shit. I can't get jiggy to this shit.
I can get jiggy to this shit. One of the first ones I read the title for, racist bitch submits to her superior black man, right?
Okay, I can't. Oh.
Now, in the first few comments, we were going, this isn't racist at all. Next person goes, no racism. Third person goes, cute girl, stupid video. Obviously, there's something racist about this. Tommy2035 goes, superior? How so? Basketball? So that's just them. They're trying to bait you with the title right there.
Yeah. Someone put no racism and then put a heart.
Yeah.
What? This nigga is fucking, is like, I don't even, verified? I didn't even know you could be verified. He has a check.
He does.
And it says, fuck you. Bet my dick is superior to yours. You are a racist punk.
Yeah.
He's not even talking to nobody.
That's just a regular comment. I think he's talking to the dude in the video. I don't think.
Why? Yo,
I want to meet someone who actively comments on porn videos.
me, nigga.
Like, besides the one, like, I understand when people are like, what's her name? Drop the name, blah, blah, blah. But these are wild.
Yeah. I partake in some commenting.
Oh.
I'm not going to let you know my name. You might have seen it before.
Should plug the show. You might hear your comment read out loud.
To thousands and thousands. Yeah, I was looking at The Rock, and he used to always go, and the millions and millions. I'm like, nigga, it's only me. It's me and everyone there. I didn't realize how big the world was when I was young. I also didn't think it was flat, though.
Fair enough.
So I didn't realize. I always, when he would go, in the millions, I'm like, nigga.
And weirdly enough, I was a Stone Cold fan. I was like, he even got millions of fans, though?
You were bald-headed. And
I didn't
say
say my head, but I couldn't stand the Rock shirts. I hated his hair. I hated all that silk.
The Rock has the biggest glow-up, though.
Yeah. And it's from a dude who was like already
Kind of okay.
Yeah, pretty good, like tall, jacked. He's only gotten more in.
That made you violent. The thoughts that went through your head.
I was like, I'm about to comment on a porn video right now.
Submit, bitch. So, on that note, I think we've done quite another episode of I Can Explain That, where we go through each other's search histories. You gotta explain that weird shit, or comment on some shit, so we can read it. And on that note, thanks for listening. We appreciate everyone, and
peace out.